Well, good evening and welcome back. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk for a little bit. It's just after 10 o'clock here. Yeah. Hmm. Shout out to the mob. All my other bears, I call the Grizzlies. I've I have a lot on my mind tonight, but I just think maybe I can start with just some relaxing music. Maybe Maybe a little talk. I'm not sure. I'm trying to make a decision or two on something. Yeah, but I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I am. I've had a productive day, and I'm here. So, good evening to my moderators. I see you in the chat, and as you come in, if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up. Or when you leave, if you enjoy the music, conversation, you can do whatever. Yeah. You can also reach out to me right now at unwindwithteddy@gmail.com. Just a little background jazz music right now. It's Inino Mano. Okay. I was trying to pull up some information on the second full day of the trial. I may, cover some of that, or I may just chill. Yeah. And wow. Okay, so we've got a few folks in the bushes. If you missed the broadcast this morning, you can check it out. I gave my I guess you could say a little bit of a take on Kimmy's video from yesterday. I did, yeah. Read between the lines, I called it. Where do I want to start? You know, to come on to this broadcast, YouTube, and I think if I averaged out just over, at least the last couple of years, I've been on, I would say consistently, if it averaged out, at least twice a day, every day. If you looked at all my videos. And that's a lot of time. That's a lot of broadcasts. And I've mentioned that I'm going to purge, a number of videos, whenever I bring Unwind with Teddy back up, if it's coming back up. Yeah. That's, it's kind of a difficult decision on some level to make. But I think it's for the best. Yeah. I have all my, all my videos. They should be, for the most part, downloaded. There's still a number. There are probably some that I haven't downloaded. Yeah. I said I'm going in a different direction. And that will be the beginning of it for sure. Yeah. All right. If you have a request, you can email me as well, or you can put it in the chat. Okay. I was about to say something, but let me just let me play at least one or two more songs, tracks from Nino Mano. Now, keep in mind some of this music tracks I've never heard. I like the artist. It's um, under jazz, relaxing. Uh, that one was called In Her Orbit. Uh, it sound though, hmm, I don't know. It had kind of a, I don't know, it just felt like kind of down. I don't know. So if you didn't like that one, it wasn't because I picked it because I'm feeling a certain way. I'm not. Okay. So let me see if I can maybe switch it up from uh, this particular artist. Maybe find some R&B or something. Still, I I wanted to play. Let's see if I can find more like modern jazz. We can start off with that. More jazzy jazz. Oh, I like her. All right, so I like that one. Maybe just a little more than I liked the previous one, or at least as a selection for my audience. Sometimes I don't know. I love jazz, but for my audience and some of you, it might not be exactly, you know, the type of music that you'd want to hear in that genre. But I play it anyway. I'm glad you thought that was a beautiful selection, Cheryl. So I came across this. It just happened. Um, it has to do with Cat Williams. Well, SNL, they did a parody of Cat Williams. Did you hear about that? They used a woman to parody him, and he gave his reaction to it. Okay, I'm going to let you hear what he had to say. If you get a chance, go and take a look. Oh, wait a minute. I did pull up at least the picture so you could see. Hang on, let me just pull it up. What the the person who parodied him, did the parody of him on SNL looks like. Let's, okay. And when I saw the picture, let me just pull it right now. Here it is. When I saw the picture, this side by side, I first of all, I saw the picture first. I didn't even know the headlines. I just, it was the picture that caught my eye. And so when I was looking on the right, I said, that's not Cat Williams. It's like quickly. I said, those aren't his eyes. And I thought to myself, I really did think, I said, that looks more like maybe a woman's eyes or something like that. And sure enough, it is a picture. I mean, a woman played that role. Mhm. Yeah. So, what do you think? Just this side by side. I will let you hear what he had to say, his response, and see what you make of it. Hang on, let me just unmute it.
Never been a person.
Fair use commentary, by the way. Fair use. Should I put in my banner? I'm just so over this. Let me do that. And then do that. Let's take a listen.
That has been parodied 9 times on Saturday Night Live and yet never been invited other than me. So I, at this point, take it as a badge of honor that they don't fuck with me.
In general, what do you think of impressions of you? Is there an impression of you that you like?
A lot of times when people are doing an impression of you, they're really showing you how they feel about you. You know what I mean? So for Saturday Night Live to have an impression of me and have a woman do that means they think I'm a bitch. And I understand that that's what they're saying when they do that, So, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I understand how the game goes. And I understand that if you love me, I know why you do. And if you don't fuck with me, I understand why. My job is to be worthy. There has never been a person that has been parodied 9 times on Saturday Night Live and yet never been invited other than me. So I, at this point, take it as a badge of honor.
I just pause it right there. Because Cat Williams is outspoken, gave his point of view, called out a number of comedians. He talked about the industry, and he said that's the one thing, no matter how much money, and he said he's been offered a lot, millions, to let's just say to be with certain people in the industry who are of the same sex. Can I just say it like that? Yeah. And he's been, I mean, he pulls no punches. He just calls it like it is, how he feels coming up in the industry, and roles that he's either turned down or he's called out others, specifically African American men who've had to play, no, I shouldn't say who've had to play the role, but have been asked to put on a wig and a dress and be a woman. And it's like the way he put it, in Hollywood, it's it's like one of those almost like a hurdle. You've got to cross it if you want to succeed. But for an African American man, it's, at least the way I think he's trying to say, it's a form of humiliation, at least for him. And he just wasn't going to have it. And so, if you heard what he said, SNL, they don't, they've, what did he say? They've made at least 9 parodies of him. Okay? And he said he understands how the game is played. But no one who has been parodied that many times on SNL have not been at least invited to come on. So they really don't, with him. Joanne says, I don't even watch SNL. I don't watch SNL in real time, and I haven't watched that many clips of it until recently, with all the political parodies that have been going on. Because, it coming on so late. But I thought, he said, people who do parodies of you, basically, this is what they think. So he said they think he is a B. But he's all right. He counts it a badge of honor that they have basically snubbed him. Don't include him. Yeah. Oh, so you say the writing isn't as good. I think it's it's kind of hit or miss or at least some of the skits that I've watched. Some have been really funny, while others have been they, just kind of land, not with, yeah. Let's see, corny, outdated, slapstick kind of comedy, in your opinion? Yeah. Let's see. I'll just throw it up. You can read it. Uh-huh. Let's. He should have been invited at least, one, since he's so talented. Finally, he's gotten, recognized that, Hollywood. And you can't deny his talent. I think it's his. Um, you know what? He's not. Why? I'm trying to be careful how I put this. What he says, it should be considered normal. Why isn't it okay for a person a man to feel that way? If that's how he feels, if that's how he wants to be, why? Does he feel like he isn't politically correct because he's outspoken? Mhm. Or almost like shamed because maybe you don't have the viewpoint that many in Hollywood, many in Hollywood do. And you know what? When he called out Diddy, wow. The beginning of the year, well, you see what is being alleged. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd at least let you know there. I did see the skit. It was a little over the top, for sure. But that's parody, comedy. Exaggerate his expressions in that. How he reacted on Shannon Sharp. So that was the skit. So they had someone playing the role of Shannon Sharp, and then this other person playing the role of him. Okay. Gia says, I find him fascinating. He gives such great interviews. He's so well read and studied. He is fascinating. Yes, the way he tells stories. Yeah. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All right, let's do this. Let's put this back on. Now, I really like that one. Talk, 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 talk.
Baby mama number 1 and 2. If you ain't learned,
So, did you hear that Vice President Kamala Harris plowed through more than $1 billion over the past 3 months? She raised her campaign, raised over $1 billion, and she is right now in the hole for about 20 million. And word has it that some of the staffers, that were on her campaign, they were supposed to be paid, stay on board and be paid through the end of the year. But the funds just aren't there, so people are getting an early, like, bye bye. They've been told, some of them, um, that they will, still get their health insurance paid through the end of the year. It couldn't come at a worse time because, it's the holidays. This is, the next month and a half is pretty tough times for a lot of people who have to, shell out money for holiday planning. There's, two big holidays: Thanksgiving, Christmas, lots of purchases, travel, plans, vacations, all of that. What did she spend that money on? Well, some are saying that some of the money that was raised, much of it was spent, on advertising. But, you know, I saw this one article. Um, Oprah Winfrey was asked if she had received any money to endorse the vice president. And she said no. Let me see if I can pull that one. She was walking to her car. She was, I I can't be sure. She was somewhere with lots of palm trees and water. I don't know if she was, in Hawaii, at one of her homes, but she was walking toward her Range Rover, and Oprah Winfrey, got in her car to drive away. So she must have been somewhere that was, I'll just say, safe enough. There weren't a lot of paparazzi around her, but someone caught up to her and asked her the question, and she denied any money, um, being given to her. But they said it was the way that she said it, and the records show, allegedly, that her company received money. Let me see if I can find that so I can make sure. Let's see. Okay. So this is from Variety. Oprah Winfrey was never paid a personal fee by Harris's campaign. Production company denies this rumor. So Oprah Winfrey says she was never paid any type of personal fee by Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. That was according to her production banner, Harpo Productions. The statement comes as a denial of a rumor that Winfrey was paid $1 million by the campaign. Now, see if I can. There was like a table that was put up, and it showed. Yeah, she must. Yeah, she was in Hawaii. So when Oprah was in Hawaii, she addressed the topic of being paid money. Uh, let's see. No, that was another article. I want the one. Hang on. Okay. So now this is from the Washington Examiner. Reported last week that Winfrey's media company, Harpo Production, had received the fee from Harris's campaign for a star-studded live interview in September. The Federal Election Commission filings confirm that the Harris campaign sent Harpo Production two $500,000 payments on October the 15th. Other outlets, however, went further, claiming that Winfrey had been paid personally for the appearances. In a statement, Harpo Productions confirmed that the Harris campaign had paid for the cost of the town hall without giving a specific figure. So I wonder, when she was asked prior why, she either denied it, or it could have been the way she worded her answer. Like, she wasn't paid, but later we find out. Now, this is according, again, to the commission, that her company had been paid. And not to mention, it's coming out allegedly that other celebrities were paid millions to show up. Mhm. How much was Megan Thee Stallion paid? You know, there's a lot of claims out here. So, again, it depends on who you read. Lots of denial that monies weren't paid for celebrity endorsement, but I wonder if money was paid if, for, let's say, for the cost of the entertainment. The entertainers had to pay, their bands, their people, all of that. Yeah. Megan the Stallion, it's being rumored that she was paid a lot of money, but that went for her staff, her band, or her group, and the overhead there. Plus, basically, to do a concert. I mean, would you call what she did when she first showed up? I didn't watch all of that part of it. Uh, did she perform? Uh, you know, I don't know. Who's MJE? I've seen you before. How about a biz payment? I don't know. I don't. I just know that the reports of Kamala Harris, vice president, raised over $1 billion, and now, based on filings, disclosed spending of $880 million on the election by mid-October, more than double the $354 million disclosed by Trump. So she outspent him 2 to 1. So it has to be um, just a devastating blow. I watched, some video or articles with the clips of people, crying and just devastated that Vice President Harris didn't win the election. I even saw a picture of one couple. Now, if it's true or not, they showed their passports, and they were on their way to Canada. They crossed over, and they showed picture. They're moving to Canada. Uh, there will probably only be a handful of people who said that they were going to move away that actually have the means to do it. I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah. And that was according to the Washington Examiner. And then from July 22nd to Election Day, Harris and her associated committees outspent Trump and his backers on advertising by a margin of $654 million to $378 million. That's a lot of money. So her backers, her donors, well, someone had to win, someone had to lose. Yeah. Joanne says the campaign was haphazardly thrown together. They didn't really concentrate. Well, I'll just say this, given the short amount of time that she had to pull together a campaign, basically 3 months, 3 full months, maybe, to do that, or, maybe a little over that. Let's just say 4 months. And to be in debt. Maybe that campaign was, just confident, hopeful, and, just that she was going to pull it off. That she should have been leading in the polls much further ahead after having, spent that kind of money. Look at the time. It's 11:04. Yeah. I've been on for an hour. Just what I had planned. All right, so I'll read a few more of your comments. I've checked my email. What? Okay. Sorry, that was an email, and it's always like right at the end. Yeah, something that was thrown at me. Okay. Okay, so now let me read your comment. Gia says, I'm Oprah'd out. Yeah. Oprah'd out. I think if you watch her interview with the vice president, when she asked her a question or two, she looked as if she was the response that was given to one of her questions. She looked like a little surprised. Yeah. Well, what can you do? The results are in, and even if people are trying to still count votes in Pennsylvania, she has conceded. It's done. Joanne says Kamala even endorsed gender ex. You know what? For prisoners, inmates, and children under the age of 18, that just that can I'll just say for inmates in prison. Why? Now I could be. I'm just going to be honest. Why? Why would the federal government pay for that? For an inmate to undergo a change. Now I know it's all, oh, please don't think it's that. Even for people that are in the Democratic Party, just because you're a Democrat doesn't mean you agree with every social uh, I'm trying to word it correctly. You're not, there are some people in the Democratic Party who are moderates. They're not far, far left, or, um, and yeah, they don't agree with everything. And you don't have to agree with everything. Yes, I know. Vicky says, take your time. It's just things like that. It's kind of frustrating that that a number of people can't really speak up their truth, what they, you know, agree with or not, for being shamed because they don't support everything. There's a number of reasons why I think she lost. I won't say everything, but yeah, that's a ton of money. Yeah. So someone said, now if she was going, if she could blow through, uh, more than 1 billion on spending and be in the hole, someone took a jab at that. What what would her spending have been like as president? I'm like, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Careful now. Careful now. I'll just say that. Okay. All right. So anyway, um, Joanne says, yet I still voted for her. In retrospect, I see why and understand why we lost. So, so do I. Yeah. hmm Yeah. At least some of the reasons. Yeah. All right. I think I'll let that do before I take a turn in the wrong direction. Okay. I want to be careful when you start talking about, you know, all of these subjects. Yeah. Yes, please be careful what you put in the chat, how you word things. Um, yeah, thank you. That will do it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to each and every one of the Grizzlies. Join me tomorrow for a messy mocha in the morning sometime. And on your way out, if you like, give me a thumbs up. But that's it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.